Welcome to Ask Jesse Anything, construction business Q&A, a new series on my YouTube channel all about helping you grow your construction business. And I think it's going to be a little bit more of like a personal dynamic, right? You can add your questions in the comment section below. We'll have a little bit more of a back and forth. I really look forward to connecting with you more through this camera lens, right? There's a YouTube channel, which is awesome. It's so cool that we can connect with people all across the world about a topic that we all love. So anyway, put your questions in the comments below and let's go to question number 1. What are the people needed in a construction company and what are their functions? That is a really fantastic question. So currently, as of 2023, for my 8-figure commercial construction company in Florida, I do most of the marketing and everything like that. I bring in the leads and everything, but I have one COO that runs everything, one salesman, one senior estimator, one junior estimator, 2 project managers, 2 assistant project managers, 2 superintendents, 1 office manager, and 1 permit coordinator who's also one of those assistant project managers. So a construction company ultimately comes down to 5 main buckets. You got marketing, sales, estimating, project management, and admin/bookkeeping. So every one of those roles is going to somehow tie directly into one of those buckets, right? And so eventually you're going to want all of those roles filled, but in the beginning, you're probably going to be doing a lot of this yourself, right? Eventually you'll get some sales rolling in and then you'll get some projects accomplished and then you want to hire that superintendent. But we're going to talk about that in a question coming up. And then years later, eventually you have all those roles filled, right? The 5 buckets, and you have people assigned to each one. And by the way, a superintendent fills that's that project manager bucket. But then you hire a COO, a chief operations officer, to manage all of them and everything beneath him. Then you can go make YouTube videos. You can travel the world with your wife. You can do whatever you want to do. That, my friend, is the secret sauce to having a construction business that runs itself on autopilot. So keep watching and click the like button. So it ultimately comes down to starting small, reinvesting the money that you do make, and just being humble enough to where you can actually generate some sales to where eventually you can hire that superintendent and then fill out all those roles. And then all you need to focus on is being a great leader and hiring the right people and building the right systems for those people to know what to do. For a long time, you're going to be focusing on marketing and sales and systems. What advice do you have for an aspiring contractor who is also female? Okay, so this is actually a question that I got. I turned into a whole video and had kind of an interesting comment, interesting feedback on that. But long story short, it doesn't matter what gender you are. If you know your stuff, then you know your stuff. But this is a male-dominated industry. So if you are a female, just be confident in who you are and present yourself accordingly. Do you put key team members on vesting plans? Yes. I currently offer all of my full-time employees a percentage of the company's net profit. So this really motivates everybody to save every penny, to make great net profits. Everyone's working together towards the same goal. So I've seen a major benefit of doing this. I'll spill the beans. I currently offer my employees 10% of my net profit. So they all go into the pool, and how I calculate what each person's going to get is 3 things: position, tenure, and performance. Those 3 things weight their percentage, right? It's weighted. So the position, the COO, is going to make more than the assistant project manager or superintendent or anything like that. Then tenure, meaning how long they've been there, right? So 0 to 2 years or 1 to 2 years, whatever, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 10, like whatever. It's kind of scaled to where they get bumped up into a higher bracket the longer they stay with the company. And then performance. So we do quarterly performance reviews in our internal systems website, Jalen Internal. We do a form where they're either excellent, satisfactory, unsatisfactory, poor, whatever. We grade each area. And if you have the systems, then you'll know. And you can always get the systems at jesselane.com. That really helps me, make more YouTube videos. Is this generating revenue and me massively helping you systemize your whole business in the turn of a button, click of a button, turn of a key. But long story short, if they don't score excellent on their performance reviews, then it drops them out. They don't get those points for the performance category of their bonus. When should you hire a superintendent? Okay, this is actually a question I got. I don't have a screenshot for it because I don't remember who asked me it, but I couldn't find it. But long story short, the answer is as soon as possible, because you as the owner, assuming you are the CEO, the owner of the company, or a high-level executive, you do not need to be on site. Let me get that straight. You don't need to be on site, you know what I'm saying, all day. I mean, show up on site and see what's happening, but you need to be marketing. You need to be selling. You need to be leading your people and building systems for them to follow so they actually know what to do. If you're just on site swinging a hammer, sometimes people need to be managed. Actually, not sometimes, all the time. And that's what superintendents make a career out of, is managing the subcontractors or the laborers or whoever's on site physically doing the work. The superintendent doesn't do the work. The superintendent manages the work on site. But the owner of the company, that's my point, needs to be not on site all day long, because then they're not going to be making any money. Have you considered developing your own project from the ground up? This is a fantastic question. So the answer is yes, I absolutely have considered that, and I want to do that in the future. What it takes to develop your own projects is you have to know what you want. You have to be very clear. You have to take on that responsibility of being the owner of the project. And you also need to have lots of capital to build these types of projects, right? And that's just something that you have to take time to achieve. But ultimately, a lot of freedom and wealth can be built when you build your own projects as a general contractor, because you can go ahead and build the project, lease it out. Say it's a multifamily or a strip center. You can build it, lease it after you refinance it, or you could just build it and sell it and make a profit. So you're going to have to know what you want, how to manage the project as an owner, and then you want to have the money to be able to put into the project and risk that. Can you let us know what is included in your new construction course? So as of right now, August of 2023, I have 2 online courses. My Mac course, I started with my Mac course because I wanted contractors to know how to use their computer, because that's the foundational aspects of running a business. You have to be good with your computer. So I started there. Then I did the first thing, marketing, which is the first out of the 5 of a construction company, the first main categories: marketing, sales, estimating, project management, and admin/bookkeeping. That's just what I've come up with. And I've seen that those are the categories, and I'm working towards marketing is done. It's a full masterclass. Then I'm moving on to sales, but it's going to take me time to do estimating, project management, admin/bookkeeping. But once I do, my whole ultimate master plan is to put that whole thing into a full program that's going to be turnkey for everybody. But it's going to take me probably a couple of years to build all those courses. But right now I have how to use a Mac for business and how to market your construction company. So you could get those at jesselane.com if you're interested in massively expanding your knowledge on those subjects. So with that, that's the end of part 1. Part 2 is going to be super awesome. I already have a ton of questions for that. In fact, I'm just going to film it right now and throw it up on YouTube and whenever it comes out. But leave your questions in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you on the next Q&A. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Peace.